Yo, what's happening, people? Welcome back to Saeed TV and welcome to another edition of the Mandem Talk. We are here, we're live, we're active, we're in the building. Everybody right now, make sure you guys like the video. You know what I mean? Don't just watch it, like the video, costs you nothing. So please like the video, subscribe if you're new, subscribe to the Mandem. And yeah, here we're active in the building. Kaz, what are you telling me, Kaz? You good?
I'm hurt, bro. I don't even want to say too much. You know what? The happiest I'm at the moment, yeah, is your intro because I feel like I'm playing games again when I'm like 15 years old and that after school on a day that's snowing and you're boarded in playing with all the Mandem and all that. And that's all I can think about right now. I'm hurt. That really hurt me. I can't lie. Like, though, I'm not a negative person, I don't think. I like to balance out. You know what the positive is? You know, when the draw hurts like that, you know something's going right. And you know when rival fans want to start getting onto you about certain results, you know something's going right. That's all I'm gonna say for that, man.
Absolutely, man. Big up to Tyrone in the building. Tyrone, what are you telling me? You good?
I'm not good, but I'm here. You know what I mean? That's it. Like Cass said, man, when you draw, feels like a defeat. But that's why I feel like we've had a lot of shows where we've been talking for probably the last 4 or 5 weeks about win. You know what I mean? Like we've been on a roll. We've been on a roll. Everything's been pretty. So I think to have a dagger like that and draw a game, it hurts when you've been on a good run and it could have been 10 in a row. But that's what we're going to talk about, man. Because, I'm not going to lie to you. 80 minutes of brilliance, 10 minutes of absolutely horrificness. So, man, big up everyone that's watching, like the video, and big up everyone inside.
Absolutely. And Faz, the people...
Chill, man, we're inside. Everything's okay, man. Why people are down? We are okay. We're neck and neck with City, man. Not all is lost. People are acting like there's 5-6 games left for the season, man. There's plenty games. Points will be gained.
You know what it is, Faz? You know what it's Faz?
Man.
It's Casemiro, bro.
I know. I feel you. But listen, it's McTominay's time to shine. He ain't got nothing, but he has
shining his torch in the battery. Brother.
Listen, he has to. This is when Ten Hag will tell his players, dig me out of this ditch. You must dig me out of this ditch.
The batteries are dead in that torch, Faz. You need to wake up, man.
I know, but the thing is, I know. I'm not disagreeing. All I'm saying, what else can you do?
We can hope. We can hope. We can get the book out.
Let's hope. Because Ty, Cass, Saeed, we're not supposed to be here. We're supposed to be 5th or 6th, technically. This is our first season. Come on. We've got a bunch of dosses from last season still. Believe, man. Neck and neck with City. Are you crazy?
Believe in what, though? Believe in what, though, Faz? Believe in what? What are you believing in?
Believe in Ten Hag. Believe what he's done.
Yes, I believe in Ten Hag.
Yeah, we believe in Ten Hag. So tell me something to believe in that we don't believe in.
Accept that he has out-achieved your expectations.
Yeah, he has. You know what he has? No, your Faz is right, bro. He is. Bro. We were screaming top 4.
Except McTominay has outperformed at the start of the season that you didn't expect. Except Wan-Bissaka is balling. Accept a lot of these things, man. Luke Shaw, Malasi, accept it. And you know what? We have beaten Arsenal without Casemiro, and we possibly could do it. Even if I offered you 1 point on Sunday, will you take it?
100% now. Right now, yeah.
There you go. 100%. There you go. Let's go there.
Let's top of the league. Yeah.
Let's take a point. No problem.
I can't lie. Are we gonna talk? I suppose we're gonna talk about Arsenal later, anyways.
Yeah. No, we will. Big up to Zayn Miase, Saeed Trossard for Sunday. Prepare, and he says McTominay against Partey be like Tyson versus Ty. I mean, listen, man, it is what it is, man.
I'm not gonna lie. Tyson might have me still.
Yeah, there you go. Big up to Najee's in the building. Najee, what are you telling me, man? Everything good? Everything blessed?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Nice to see the Mandem, of course. Love, man.
Come on, man. You know what? Is it kind of not a reality check, because I think it's still a draw, but perspective. Everyone needs to just have perspective this season, Ty. What are you saying in terms of last night? And you know what? Yeah. The fact that we're disappointed is a good thing. You know what I mean? The fact that we're disappointed with a draw, we're still unbeaten. There are still positives out there. I know everyone's a bit down, but that just shows you that something, Ten Hag has made us believe a little bit this season, Do
you know what? Yeah, football's in the moment. People need to realize that, like, we have overperformed this season so far. We wanted top 4, and if we got a trophy, perfect. But you talk about where you are here and now, and when you go to Crystal Palace away, and you're 1-0 up after 80 minutes, and you haven't got a yellow card for Casemiro, I'm sorry, but that was the perfect. I'm not going to say a shithousery, but we didn't play well in the second half, so it would have been like a great 1-0 win. You know, them wins you need. So up to 80 minutes, I was buzzing. I was like, this is going perfectly. I think what's annoyed me so much, and probably other Manchester United fans, is that the last 10 minutes is just like overshadowed everything, and it's really put a dagger in us, because the Casemiro yellow card, which we know is major, that was not needed. And it happened out of nowhere when you'd been actually very good all game and not going into rough tackles. So that's killed us. And what I didn't like, and I'm going to be constructive here, is that I feel like when he got the yellow card, the mentality of the players, I felt like it was the first time since Brentford they had hit that sort of downward spiral. They looked deflated. And I was like, do you know what? I said it to Cass last night. Saeed, he had a yellow card. Yes, we know he's out. But you still have 10 minutes of a professional elite game to see out a 1-0 win. Think about the game right now that you're in right now on that pitch. I felt like the players had thought, shit, Casemiro's out against Arsenal. And they forgot they had a job to do. And I'm not trying to get onto Man United and say, oh my God, like this is the worst thing ever and whatnot. But I'm talking about that game there. They had 10 minutes to say, right, Casemiro's got a yellow, but still do our job and see it out. We conceded a great free kick and we can't do nothing about it, but we still could have controlled the last 10 minutes better, which I think we've improved on this season. I think the biggest hurt for me, and I want to see if the other guys feel like this, is that I'm not going to come in and scream, yeah, we're in the title race and title talk. However, when you're a football fan, you always want to believe and you always want to have hope. And if we had beaten Crystal Palace and Casemiro still didn't have that yellow card, and we went into the Arsenal game on Sunday and won, I can't sit here and lie and say to you, nah, 0% of me ain't believing and 0% of me ain't talking title talk. 5% of me was going into 10%, and obviously so on and so on as the season goes on. I just feel like that has wiped everything from me, because I
don't do if, buts and maybes. I do absolute.
Is that Kaz?
Yeah, it must be. I was like, what's going on?
I was thinking he's not in the stream.
But yeah,
I know I was going to say, man.
For me, like, do you know what? It was just the hope was slowly growing. And obviously it's hope that we shouldn't have had at the start of the season, but you believe in your team right now. So for me, 80 minutes of brilliance, 10 minutes of just mental breakdown, poor to concede that goal, Casemiro yellow card. It's a dagger in my heart, man. And I haven't had that for a couple of months. So that's I've got to be real with it.
Yeah, and he's in the chat right now as well.
My days. I actually thought it was him. I was about to say, don't come in here. Don't come in when you're in 10 and try and chat to us. Last 10 minutes, it's just like overshadowed everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Big up to Jerome T. Green says, I think we did get too gassed, but considering the way the season started, it's been a brilliant turnaround. And big up to Shanista. He says, Arsenal fans are happy Cass is out because they were worried, hence why they have so much talk now. Neji, chat to me, man. What are you saying, man? You know what I mean? Should United fans be down? Should it be an encouragement to kind of like Ten Hag has been talking about resilience? We'll have a plan against Arsenal. We've done it before. We've beaten Arsenal without Partey. Listen, man, it's one of them. It just shows you, like I said to Ty before, that we're disappointed that we drew. You know what I mean? Because of the importance of the result. But what are you thinking yesterday, man?
Obviously, big up Crystal Palace for getting the result. I did predict either 1-1 or 2-1 United. I know a lot of people will get. I think the people that were gas saying 3-0, 4-0s weren't actually reading and understanding the emotion of the situation of Manchester United and where they were at. If I'm honest, I mean, I can't look at this and not say I feel deflated. When I look at the reason I feel deflated is because Manchester United have put themselves in a situation where most fans, 99.9% of their fan base, wouldn't have expected. And not only that, it's not just been done off. Not that it hasn't been done off. It's been done, off sustainable football in a way where we can move forward. So that is massively positive. And when you don't bring on the result, because again, it's pressure time. When you're at the top, it's pressure time. And of course, every result actually matters. So of course, you're going to feel like it's a drop-off. Of course you are. But when I look at the nature and how we lost the game, I'm on the side of Ty. I don't know if anyone else has said anything, so I wasn't here. But based on what Ty's just shouted out, that there's a mentality issue in that game specifically. And I don't think it's a case of believing the hype. I think you believe in the hype because we were allowed to believe the hype, because we felt good. We were allowed as Man United fans to feel good about what's going on. And you should still be feeling optimistic. You're not going to win every game. You can be the best team on it. You're not going to win every game. Sometimes games come down to small details. You have to be realistic right here. For me right now, if I'm being honest, and I know he's the star boy at the moment, he's most in form, but I don't care if a player's in form or not. I'm judging it based on that 90 minutes. I think Rashford looked really tired at some point, and I can give him I can give him some blessings on that one and say, Rashford, you were tired, so of course your output kind of looked a little bit weak. However, in the final moments, when you're 3-on-2 and you're being selfish with certain shots, and I remember tweeting, I'd said, and I said to my brethren, I said, the fact that you were selfish to try and take that ball on and score rather than lay it off to Garnacho to kill the game off.
When he went down on his left foot.
Yeah, could literally cost us. And literally a moment later, we go and concede a free kick and then they score. Of course, beautiful free kick. But we've literally lost 3 points due to the fact of Rashford's selfishness and trying to run into man when he's tired. Fair play, do your thing. But again, parts of his game that will always get criticised. We've lost it for the simple fact that we didn't bury our chances when necessary. And he wasn't the only person. And of course, the free kick was sublime. Now, the only goal they score was an absolute worldie. How many times have we faced worldie goals? I'm not going to get upset because we've just conceded a worldie. You're not going to score every chance. Some players are going to make mistakes. That happened on the game. We didn't get the result we wanted. I'm not bothered whether Casemiro's on a yellow card. Play the game that you're meant to play. He's playing against Crystal Palace, not Arsenal. He had to go and make that tackle. Okay, it was rash. It was ugly. Yeah, there was other factors with other players that could have prevented.
But he's also made 4 of the yellows, though. It's not just the yellow tonight. It's not just the yellow tonight. It's 4 other yellow cards that he's had.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So it's not tonight.
Literally, the only reason this yellow card matters is because we all know, and again, if we're being honest, the respect that we have for Arsenal's form at the moment, not the team, not the club, but the respect for Arsenal's form from a football fan's perspective, we know we're going to want all our best players. So that's why there's so much heat on this yellow card, because, oh my God, can we do it without Casemiro? Brethren, are you lot trying to really tell me, and I said this in the group chat, are you lot really trying to tell me that Casemiro is the only reason we've been playing amazing this season? Or is he just one player out of many? Because if he's not, then we shouldn't. Yeah, we can feel deflated because he's one of the great players, but we have a selection of players who are ready to fight this weekend, and we have a manager who's on a management level is ready to make sure these players are ready. The word you used, Saeed, was resilience. This is a time to show resilience. As a club and as a team, you should be in a situation where you have to show your fans that you have a mentality. This is the most perfect opportunity to show we can bounce back, because otherwise we don't deserve to be champions even if we were there. So that's I'll leave it to man. I'm calm with the situation. Upset, disappointed, yeah, but I don't feel the type of way.
Listen, you don't cry over spilled milk in situations like this. Not one of you can feel upset with the position we are in the league. Not one of you can sit here and tell me 4 trophies we're competing for technically. Mathematically, 4 trophies we're in. Why are people down? Let's be happy. Barcelona, I'm hearing Barcelona scouts were in Selhurst Park yesterday observing Manchester United. There were a couple of Barcelona personnel watching over Weghorst. Man, these lot are scared. People are scared of us. They don't know. We're unpredictable. We could have Casemiro out and still grab a point from Arsenal. Arsenal fans are, they're gonna celebrate, but let's be honest, they're gonna deep down they know we're a very tough opposition to face. Garnacho could pepper up Ben White. Garnacho could pepper up Ben White, man. Rashford again, he might just turn up like a Terminator and snatch their soul, man. It's possible. It is very much possible. And we've got the best defensive backline as well. Let's not forget, man. Come on, respect our defense. It's not like we just willy-nilly concede goals.
Big up to Zamiasa here. We have the better squad depth with the Belgian Neymar, with Trossard, Smith Rowe, back Jesus and Balogun down the line. Listen, Balogun's not playing for you lot, man. So calm down, mate. Let me ask you a question, Kaz. You know what I mean? If you look at the squad depth, man, I've been calling out for midfielders. Everyone keeps saying strikers, but if you look at the midfield, Ten Hag had to bring on McTominay, who again can't control the game. Fred, whose job isn't to control the game. He's coming here, bringing a bit of energy, etc., etc. Kaz, you know what I mean? Now, squad depth now, you know what I mean? Was it exposed last night for you?
Manchester United fans is that
it's not looking
the
good,
last 10 minutes is just like overshadowed.
Bro, relax with that shit, man. Just answer the question, man.
I can't think. I actually can't think, bro. Like, honestly, I'm done. Like, slightly, I'm kind of done in that way. It's just, it's hard to say. I think what we gotta see here is Eric Ten Hag got it wrong. It's as simple as that, and that's fine to say, innit? And I don't know if this is gonna backfire a little bit, but bringing off Weghorst, I don't think we should have brought him off. I'll be honest, like the press, the way we was pressing, do you see how quick we was getting the ball back in the first half? Every single time. As soon as he come off, Rashford weren't doing the same press. So it's like after that, and then not bringing off Casemiro, I thought we should have brought him off earlier, but it was the risk of the 1-0 in it. Like, do you want to save this lead? And I thought we should have. I thought we should have brought him off a lot earlier because that foul was stupid. You can blame Bruno, you can say that Varane had the cover. Why did he do it? But Eric Ten Hag just got it wrong. It's as simple as that. You should have locked up, should have brought McTominay earlier. Maybe should have brought off Eriksen a little bit earlier for Fred. Shore it up a little bit. Maybe he'll relax Casemiro from doing all the defensive work, so he can just do it to a pivot if you really want to save the lead. I thought Garnacho. I didn't think Anthony played bad at all. Anthony was bringing. Again, his press was very good. He's not saying he had the best game, but what he was doing, he was keeping up with Mitchell. And as Bruno went on the right, he could not keep up with Mitchell more time. He would get away from him quicker. And I thought Bruno was very good in his positional sense, his pressing. That three was doing very, very good. And changing it up too much, he's just got to say, look, got it wrong. He conceded a free kick out of all things. And we're missing Casemiro. And, and I'm pretty sure the manager knows that. But then I feel sorry for the players. What kind of
I think to your point now, Saeed, like to your point, obviously, the squad depth, it is massive. I do agree with you, I'll be honest. The midfield, we are lacking in the midfield. Obviously, I know we've been Casemiro in that CDM solidified role, or someone who has the ability to play that role. I don't know what you, man, think, but I would have most definitely been looking in January to try and find someone just to fill that gap as well, especially with Donny van der Beek out. But I don't know what you, man, are thinking about that. The depth of our squad isn't there.
Yeah. Big up to Robert. It says, speaking of squad depth, Madueke to Chelsea. Listen, let's be real, Mandem, yeah? Like, we need a midfielder. I don't know how we're going to get it. I don't know where the money's going to come from, the funds. But I think Ten Hag is begging for a midfielder. We can't keep using Casemiro. We need a controller in there. When the game is like that, you need a guy just to say, everyone, just calm down. We're going to keep the ball. We're going to make sure Crystal Palace can't come out and press us. But we don't have that. Tyrone, we don't have that in it, though. That's why he was after.
This is why, like, I feel like when people say it's just Casemiro out against Arsenal, it's Casemiro, but the drop-off is too big. That's what it is. If we had Casemiro out and we had a sustainable replacement, like Naji was just saying, then I'm cool. I'm thinking, do you know what? That's why we have a good squad for, because things like this happen. You can't prepare for these things. Injuries, it could be the same thing. He might not have got a yellow, but he might have pulled up with a hamstring injury. He's still out. So for me, the bottom line is I think the depth in the quality is not there. McTominay, unfortunately, I don't think he should be at the club after this summer. I think he's a type that suits a Newcastle, West Ham. Fred, we know what he's in there. I said it last week on this literal show when we said who should start. I said Fred should start because he's that guy who's sort of bulletproof. He's tenacious. He wins the ball back. He done a job on Man City, but he's not the type that's going to get on the ball and control. So for me, Manchester United 100% going back in for a midfielder this summer. But it's like, who can you get of good quality on a loan or for cheap? It's not there. The market is just not there, unfortunately. And we go into this game now on Sunday, and people say, we've beaten Arsenal already without Casemiro. The big issue is for me is not us; it's the other side. We're losing Casemiro, and they're gaining Thomas Partey, who's been top 3 number 6s in the league this season. So for me, when you're losing someone and they're gaining someone, he didn't have at Old Trafford, who's a massive part of that team. It's like, it's not just a little swing; it's a big pendulum swing for me. So I'm worried about it. I'm worried about Manchester United's midfield in terms of the rest of the season, because I think that already in the games that Casemiro's played, he's already shown that he's like top 3 important players on that pitch. And I think that's what the miss is. If we had other areas out and we're thinking like Rashford's out or whatever, you might be able to cover it with Garnacho for a game and sort of fill holes. You can't really replace Casemiro.
What you saying about Martinez though, Ty? You think Martinez could play CDM?
I'll be honest with you, Neji. Someone said it to me. And if you're going to play Martinez at DM, you don't do it in his first game against Arsenal at the Emirates. I'm sorry, like Lindelof can play in DM as well. He's done it at times, but you don't do it against a team.
He's done it before, though. He's done it in the Champions League against Chelsea. I can't lie. I don't want McFred. in our Arsenal pivot. I don't know about you, Faz.
Fred and
I
Eriksen.
think he goes. I think he goes with what he done against City Cast. I think he goes Bruno right and he crams the midfield with McTominay, Fred, and Eriksen.
That's gonna
what I think
kill
he
us,
does.
bro. The only thing we've got against Arsenal right now is counter attack. We might
And-
as well. I don't even know where Martial is. I don't care where he's right now. I'm done with this, brother.
Relax,
I'm
man.
out.
Relax. What's
No,
the
no,
energy
no,
from
no.
Martial?
We missed
What's
him
he
last
doing?
night.
No,
That shows.
no.
You know what I mean?
I'm
No,
sorry,
you're not
like,
done. You're not done
What
with
are you doing
Martial.
here,
I don't want
bro?
to hear it. I don't want to hear. No, you're done with Martial. You're with Martial and stay with him now.
I am.
You're
But
still
I'm
with him
Why
now.
not
You're
did
done
he
with
didn't play
Martial.
yesterday?
No, this
Number five
sickness,
didn't
you're
play
not done.
yesterday.
You're going to hold
What happened?
Martial until the end of the
Man, this is
season.
what happens.
You're
Season,
going to
and
hold
you're
Martial until the end of the
Agenda is
season.
coming,
What
man.
done? Bring
Hey,
that
hey,
pillow.
agenda's
Yeah,
coming.
go and bring
Podcast,
the pillow.
agenda.
Bring the
Bro,
pillow.
agenda's-
He's resting.
You're
He's
not done with
relax,
Martial.
man.
Not
He's having
finished.
that.
Nah,
Not
man.
letting you
Like,
slide
Faz,
like that.
Martial.
No.
Faz.
No.
He's minding his business.
I don't
Don't
No,
like
he
it.
don't mind in his
Let me
business.
finish my point.
He's
Let me
not
finish my
minding
point.
his
Let me
business.
finish my
Where's
point.
the
Yeah.
ibuprofen?
Hey.
Give me the ibuprofen for Martial. Go and get the ibuprofen for Martial.
Nah, you're wrong.
Let me-
Nah,
let
he's
me-
not
let me
going
finish
nowhere.
my
Not
point,
letting you
yeah.
look slide.
Thank you,
I'm
bro.
done with Martial.
Let me
I'm not doing
finish
this.
my
I'm not doing
point.
this.
Yeah.
We're
I think we don't even know if my man's fit for Arsenal, bro. That's how
Let's
mad
hope.
it is.
Let's hope and pray.
I think he's maybe just at training, didn't want to risk him kind of thing. But the only way I see it on the weekend, just play Anthony, Rashford up front and Garnacho. And then I would actually, I'm not joking, Eric Ten Hag's made some big decisions and he's come through with every single one with them. Play Martinez and Eriksen in the pivot and put Bruno ahead. Then put Luke Shaw for cover for the Brazy, what's it called? Saka, who's fast, and put Malacia there to lock him up again.
Can I throw you, man, a
Remember Saka's
conundrum?
against Martinelli. I'm having that deal. I'm having that all day long.
Can I just get
And don't
let
even
me
get me
throw-
started
let
on
me
that
throw you a
Nketiah, bro.
conundrum, Cass.
Don't get me started on that man. I'm sorry,
you-
yeah. Now I'm getting a little. I'm not joking. I don't want to see McFred. And I don't trust Eriksen either. Like to be by himself. with a Fred
Cass.
or-
If
or
you don't
McTominay.
trust,
Who do you
if you
trust
wait
then?
there, Saeed, quickly though. If you don't trust McFred, you don't really trust Eriksen and whatnot. Would you, man? I'm just throwing it out there. Would you consider going to a back five?
No.
No,
No,
not for
it's
me. Not for
negative.
me. I ain't no Chelsea, man. No, none of this backfiring.
okay.
I'm not
No,
putting this
fair,
respect on Arsenal, you know. I
No,
respect the fact
that's
that
too
they're
much.
doing
That's
their
too much
thing.
respect. We have to play, man.
You got to
For
play
me,
your
no
game,
backfiring.
man. You talk like you're getting shook by 2 shocks, bro. I feel
No,
like,
but
I'll be
did
honest.
you not hear what I said though? Malacia, I'm trusting my fullbacks.
Yeah,
to
I know
do
what
the
you're saying,
job
Kaz. But
and lock
that
up their
back
2
five
main
stuff-
threats. The only man I need to think about, just keep on Odegaard, bro. I'm not joking. Maybe it might be a
Take
thing for
Fred
Fred. It might
on
be.
him like De
It might
Bruyne
be
last week.
no, but who's the sitting DM?
Let me just read some of the super chats.
It's McFred.
Yeah. Let me just get through some of the super chats. Big up to Shanista. He goes, I'll take Anana from Everton. I need to see more from Anana before I get to there. I don't know. It's been a bit hit and miss this season. Big up to Tarek. He says, Eric Ten Hag needs to play with one striker, Rashford, and crowd the midfield and push Martinez to the CDM position. That's what we were kind of alluding to there. I'm not going to lie to you. Something you have to implement in pre-season. You have to implement it in friendlies. You know, games where you kind of doesn't mean a lot, or maybe Europa League games where we've won the group. I think that's when you implement these kind of ideas. Big up to Robert Solbia. He says, United need to capitalize in this window. Chelsea sitting 10th and still won't be done after Madueke. Reports saying right back and midfielder coming. Ten Hag deserves to be back and capitalize this window. This is facts, you know.
No,
and the
no,
fact
but-
that now we're not capitalizing on it is crazy. We need a midfielder. What are you
are
saying
we
no
gonna
for,
capitalize,
Kaz?
bro? What do you mean? Bro, we had to get a £2 million striker on loan and we need to capitalize on this window. With what money? With what money?
Yeah, but with what money and with what we need, it's two different things. We
Yeah,
do
but
need
we're
to
not going to
spend
get it. So there's no point talking about it because we're not going to get it.
So you just accept it then, yeah?
No, bro, it is where it is, bro. This is everyone needs to face reality. This is the final squad for the rest of the season. There's no loans coming in. There's nothing. We struggled over a £2 million loan for Weghorst. That's how broke we are, man.
All the
Someone
journalists
said,
that
"Is
there's
Martinez
20
in
million in
DM?"
the bank,
No,
they
there's
lied,
not.
man. All of them that said that we got 20 million in the bank, they lied.
But that's what I'm saying. What about the Ronaldo wages now? Where does that go, by the way?
I don't
Is that-
know.
where's that
Saeed.
money going?
Fully to the 305 million debts that we've got in excess.
But they ain't
to
gonna
pay
pay
for
that
other
debt, though.
transfers.
They probably ain't
It
going to
will
pay
cover
that debt
It will
ever.
cover it. It will cover it.
Don't know where the money is, man.
We're broke.
AG though, like I'm not gonna lie to you, McTominay's been touted around for 30 million. Let's recuperate some of that money and go and get, I don't know, go and get a midfielder for that quality. 30 million.
Desperate times, Saeed, you do that. You have to do desperate things. You have to be calculated with your desperation. You can't just go erratic and say, "Oh, I need a midfielder, so let me just get rid of anyone, take whatever." No, you got to be calculated.
If Newcastle want
You have to
McTominay,
get- Yes, bro, of course, 100%. And that's what I'm saying. It's a calculated risk. The risk element to getting rid of McTominay is we haven't got the depth anyway. So if you're gonna bring somebody in, make sure that Yes, you're going to fill McTominay's squad roll up, but with better quality. That's the only difference. Are we going to be able to do that with £30 million in this summer, in this window? Sorry, no. Potentially in the summer, yes. However, if you're able to string maybe a loan deal with some of that 30 million for 6 months, just to get over the line of some quality with a player that you're probably going to look to buy and probably say, yo, I'll give you another 30-40 million at the end. Standard procedure, like, yeah, you go and do that, man. Do you know what I mean? But overall, bro, like, I'm starting to cash in on certain man. I'm looking at Alanga and thinking, yo, brethren, I'll be honest. If you want Alanga, I'll give you a cut price deal, but I want this player on loan for a certain time with an option to buy. I start going ruthless in the market.
We don't do that. Yeah, we don't do that.
We're desperate, but we've got to be smart right now.
What's that guy in Dortmund again? Makoko. Is it Makoko?
Yeah.
He's on a free at the moment. Swap deal. Let's go.
Yeah, Sri Lanka, man. Get rid. Allow him.
Needs to happen. Absolutely.
I'm stressed, man. I'm stressed.
Faz, man, he's onto you here for lovely eyes and that. But yeah,
thank you, man.
Faz, you know what it is, yeah. I just feel like there needs to be an element of calmness about the perspective. You know what I mean? Everyone knew this season getting to the top 4, win a trophy. You know what I'm saying? And everything after that is a bonus. We are on a journey. It's the first season for Ten Hag. Yes, we're gonna get rivals bantering and saying, "Oh, your title charge is over after a week," etc., etc. The season's not over yet. I don't think we've even reached halfway through the season. We just need perspective. This is why when people said to me, "Oh, Saeed, you think you're gonna win the league and get on the title charge and this and that," I said to you, let's focus until we beat Crystal Palace and then we go into the Arsenal game and we'll see from there. I've always maintained that. Yes, I've got excited about a Manchester City win, but it doesn't necessarily mean we're on a title charge. This and that. I said no, we've won that game. You're happy about that. Now you go into the game against Crystal Palace, and for me, I looked at that game, and I just thought to myself, we sat back so deep and so deep. We didn't control the game. We didn't do anything that, for me, I don't think Ten Hag changed it around. I thought he could have done better tactically, but then we just lost composure. And that was something that I thought we kind of like stopped. You know what I mean? I thought we had that composure, but we've been winning 1-0. Wolves, sooner or later, it's going to bite you in the ass. So I just think for me, just have to.
I think the first half, mate, do you know what? I think the first half, when the first 25, 30 minutes, we recycled the ball quick. Like we were counter pressing them. Like every time they got to halfway line, we were just getting the ball back. But I don't think we were penetrative enough when we had the ball. We getting the ball back quick.
Right.
But it's like there's two parts to it. Get the ball back quick, but then what are you doing with the ball? We didn't do enough. And I think in the second half, right, when you go in at 1-0 away at Selhurst, normally what we've seen from Ten Hag, and this is not Ten Hag's fault, but he rallies us and you see us come out in the second half and we are a bit of a different team. But we regressed in that second half. And that's probably the first time this season I've seen us come out after half time and I'm like, whoa, we're actually playing worse now, because Ten Hag's that type of manager. He's like Pep, they're proactive, they're very tactical thinkers. So you think they're going to make the couple tweaks that will make us better. Whatever was said, whatever was done, didn't work. And I just think that, timing's everything. We looked tired yesterday. I'm not going to make it as an excuse, but when you're playing at elite level, you're playing at an away ground like Selhurst, and they're bringing on Eze, these, flary players that are getting in pockets. I just think Eriksen, Rashford, Casemiro even himself, I just thought, we're looking a bit tired here. There was no impetus to go and get that second goal. I thought the game was there to be won. We just see Tottenham, who are worse than us, go to Palace. I know every game's different. We saw 3 weeks ago, Tottenham go to Palace on a Monday night and beat them 4-0. We actually played better than what Tottenham did in that first half, but then Tottenham actually win 4-0 because they take their chances. And it just shows like it's a game-by-game process. And that's what it has been with Manchester United fans here. Talking about title talk, it is game-by-game. But for me, I think it is a big 2 points drop, because this Crystal Palace team, as much as I like them and I like some of the individuals they've got, they're not really performing, bro. So it's a game that we should be winning and a game we should be killing. That's what I want to make clear. We did not kill this game off. And that's been something that us fans have been frustrated with all season.
Can't kill games off if you ain't got the soldiers, man. 2 of the main hitters are in the medical department. It's as simple as that.
That shows the squad's not good. The squad is not even good. The squad's not good enough then.
Started the season in pre-season, hearing everybody giving it in my ear, Sancho, baby. And then Martial, Tony Martial came from France. English media said, where are they now? This is clanging and banging time.
But why you Faz, I'm not trying to come for you, but why you keep talking about players that are not here? Talk about the players that
why are they not here, bro? Why are they not here?
Well, Sancho's gone away. We know he's had his difficulties. And Martial missed the game.
What kind of pivot is this?
So what? We
Sancho's
didn't win the
missed
game
18
because
games
okay,
this
bro.
season.
So we didn't win the game because Sancho and Martial weren't here. Is that what you're telling me?
They should be here. They should be here
No,
helping us.
answer my
No,
question,
listen,
bro.
yeah.
They should be here helping us.
Oh, you're not answering my question. I'm asking you a direct question. Did we lose the game or draw the game because they weren't here? No. So stop talking about them and talk. And
No,
give
I'm not going to
people
stop. Why
reasons
should I
about this
stop
game.
talking about players that should be here giving
But
us?
what's its
man,
relevance
get
to
over it,
them?
man.
Yeah, but what's
This
its
is
relevance to
exactly
this
what I
topic, though,
mean.
Faz?
Yeah, thank
But
you,
this is
Nige. What's
exactly
the
what I
relevance,
mean,
Faz?
is
We're
when
talking
people
about
tell
what I'm
me-
trying to say to you.
Wait,
We love,
wait,
bro. I
when
know you
people
love the
tell me
people.
these
I
players
know
are pivotal,
Nah,
they're
Faz,
not
I'm not having
pivotal.
it. I'm not having it. So I'm
These
not having it.
players are
I'm
not
having it.
pivotal.
We're talking
They're
about
not
players that
pivotal for
performed
our
and the sub
squad.
people. Faz, you're gassing it up, man.
Let's
They
be
are
having
not
ya.
pivotal for our squad. These players are not pivotal for our squad. It's as simple
Like
as that.
Nige just said, what relevance does this have to the performance yesterday?
Yeah.
Answer my question.
That's a good
Okay,
point. You've got a
leave
point.
yesterday then. Come Arsenal game. Are they both of them gonna be
You're,
ready?
you're dodging it, bro. The cone's here. The cone's not there. I've asked you a question. The relevance to yesterday's draw.
Could we have won the game? Could we have won the game if Martial was on the pitch?
That's hypothetical. We're talking
Answer
about
the
the players
question.
right now.
Could we
on
have won the
pitch.
game? Same question as yours. We could have won the game if Martial
Should
was
more
on the
be
pitch.
asked about the players that were there, Faz, though?
Yes,
Should more be asked
thank
about the
you,
players that were there?
Saeed.
No.
Yeah,
listen.
Rashford,
Hold on,
Rashford,
hold on,
Rashford,
hold on.
Okay,
Rashford's
one
fun.
by
so
one by one.
when the players are here, they're pivotal. When they're not here, I should keep my mouth shut and I should just.
No, you've
hear,
got
oh,
opinion.
they're
You've got a
pivotal,
right
they're
to
pivotal.
opinion.
The
You've got a
manager
right to
loves them.
opinion.
The manager loves them. Nah, man, miss me with it. No,
When will
there's
it
this
end, Robbie?
blanket, there's this blanket of love of players who are in the medical team.
Regardless of
That's as simple as that.
if I'm okay to you, Faz, regardless of observation of, 'cause obviously if a player isn't playing for us, it's going to hinder our team if he's been quite pivotal. I can kind of bank on that. Do you know what I mean? Like if he's not here, they're not here. But the topic so far is based on the game of Crystal Palace, and obviously we haven't got the squad depth. And of course, your comment would make sense in regards to Martial and Sancho not being here when we were lacking on squad depth, particularly in midfield. But to the point of the result yesterday, is like, are you trying to say that because Martial and Sancho weren't there, that we drew that game, and if they were there, we would have? Or are you saying it's a problem because they weren't there? Like, what are you trying to tell us?
Not once have I said that. What I am trying to say.
No, I'm just asking.
Is we all worried about squad depth? Yes or no? We are. So where are the players when we need them? We need them back. Am I lying?
They are back
We
though.
need them back.
But they're back though.
There's a picture
They're
of
not
Sancho
back.
in
Yeah,
training,
Sancho's
buddy.
back in training. He's got to probably be
Sancho's back
involved in the
training, man.
Arsenal game.
I need
Marcel's
you on
not
the
injured. He
pitch.
just got left
No, he
out.
won't
He's
be
back
back.
in
Lord
the
have
Arsenal
mercy.
game.
Weghorst came with 48 hours training on the pitch. I need you back on the pitch. I
Yeah,
need
but
players.
they're back, but they are back though, man. You know what it is, Faz?
They're not back. They're not playing.
I said at the start. I said at the start of the stream. I said it. Wait, whoa.
They're not
I said at the
back.
start of the stream. I said at the start of the stream. Yeah, let's not get onto each other. Yeah, we are annoyed and pissed off at a draw. Look how far we have come, bro. From last
I don't
year,
understand
what
what
was
this
we
thing is
saying
about players
last
are
year,
back.
January, bro? What was we all saying?
Man is not even on the bench. They're not back for shit.
It's
They're not
fine,
even on the
though,
bench.
man.
Let me say something to Faz. You said, yeah, and I listened to everything so clear. I just shut up and listened. You said at the start of this whole segment before we just got hype, you go, there weren't soldiers on the pitch. You've gunned Martial every week on this stream when Osman have been here, yeah? And now you're saying he's a soldier then? Is he a soldier now?
Of course, he's a player. He's a player. He's
Make
part of
up
Manchester
your
United.
mind.
He's part of Manchester United's organization. Is he not? Is he not? How
Bro,
many games
the one I get,
how many games has he missed this season? Is he not a soldier that should be there? Is he not a player that should be winning me back? That should be shutting me up? Is he not a player that should
one
be
game
shutting
against
me up?
Crystal Palace, but he's had a good little run since he's come back from the World Cup.
I
No,
think,
man. I don't need,
injuries he
and you
can't
know what?
control.
The fan base, the maddest thing is the fan base will get on players like Anthony and say, oh, he's not doing this, he's not doing that, which is very fair. He's not.
Why are
But
we
they
not
will
talking
call
about
him-
players like Anthony who have played?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm
He's been
getting
here 6
onto.
months.
Rightly so, they get onto Anthony, but then they don't hold it to him that he's at least here. He's new in the league. He's trying his best, and the manager's brought him in with he's put all of his money onto
Simply
this player.
so far, he's not been good enough.
He's not been that great. He's not been awesome. He's been okay. At moments, he's been amazing. In my opinion, at moments he's been amazing. At moments, he's been meaty. But he is a player that is there, and he is a player that is trying. And yet there is Manchester United fan base who are bashing him for XYZ reasons. When
Okay.
there
So,
is
Faz,
two,
you're looking at
two
some.
technical players who's not in the squad.
Okay, so Sancho and Martial are not there, and we're signing players like Anthony for 100 million, yeah? And you've got Garnacho coming off the bench, who I actually think Garnacho does make a difference when he comes off the bench. Got Rashford in form. If Sancho and Martial are not there, but you're spending 80 or 100 million on players like Anthony, surely games like yesterday, when we're drawing, and you're saying about soldiers and whatnot, surely players like that who need to step up then, because I'm not going to have this, by the way. If you're going to say to me, Anthony works hard because he tracks back and does all that, I'm not spending 100 million on a player to just be working hard and tracking back. I'm not having a glorified winging Jesse Lingard. I want someone to make a difference in games, create, score goals, and he's not doing enough for that. And yesterday was a chance with Sancho and Martial out to then make yourself stand up, be tall, be firm, and he didn't quite do that for us.
Would you, right? Hold on, Saeed. Would you not be happy if you had Sancho and Martial in the squad going to this weekend? Yes or no?
He can't control though. He can't control that. Sancho can't control it because he's been told not to play. You know what I mean? So that again, I don't agree with the Sancho bit. But Martial, I agree to an extent. But at the same time, you know the problem though with Martial, he's injury prone. So at the end of the day, it's something that we can't control. Big up to Olu, who says difference between Arsenal and Man United. Arsenal killed the game. Yeah. There's a lot of people who are agreeing with Faz, a lot of people who are disagreeing with you. Martial needs to get out. That's all I need to say. It's been too long. I agree with Faz. Some people are saying Faz, you're spewing shit, really. You know what I mean? So some people are
not actual information, and it burns you and it hurts you.
It's all love, Faz, by the way. But yeah, man.
Yeah, it's all love, of course, man.
I'm not lying. I'm not making it out of thin air. I'm not making it out of thin air.
By the way, there's over 700 of his here, and there's only 173 likes. Like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? It's like it's free to like the video. Like, you know, it's literally down the bottom of your screen. All you got to do is like the video. It helps the algorithm. So, like the video, man.
Get Saeed out to, and people don't realize when you like the video as well, it branches the channel out to more people that have never seen it. It's a big up, man. Come on, do that.
There you go, man. There you go. Listen, this is what it's about, man. This is a Mandem chat, people. It gets heated, but it's all because we want to try and find solutions. That's what we want to do. And like I said, it's a little blip. I wouldn't even call it a blip. It was a situation that happened yesterday, and we have to bounce back. This is the reality. United have bounced back this season.
How many times have we been in this situation and we've hated the lineup, we've hated this situation, and then somehow we've come back and we won? Even the cat knows the positivity. Look, that's what I'm saying. The cat even knows. Man. But I'm just saying that your cat's cute. But other than that, it's just like, look. What is this 10 games where we've had like 9 wins and now 1 draw?
Yeah.
Last time we said, and again, when's the last time we said that? 6 months into this of Eric Ten Hag's reign, no one thought he was going to be in this position, but we're getting greedy in it, and that's just human nature to get greedy. It is where it is. So look, we can jump onto Marcel. I'm kind of fed up of his injury stuff when we need him. Faz is right in that aspect, obviously, but the agenda stinks. There's no point. Faz is right. For certain fans getting onto Anthony for what? He's new. Sometimes we do have to hold players accountable for being there, and that is it. And that's my situation. I'm in the middle of YouTube right now. I'm in the middle of YouTube right now.
2 years. When you watch him, do you see it? When you watch Anthony, do you think, in 2-3 years you're gonna be sick?
Yeah, because you know what? Because he's got Eric Ten Hag there. Look what he's done with Wan-Bissaka and everything. This guy's only 22 years old, going on 23, I think, or he's just turned 22, one or the other. And he's got buckets of potential, so he's gonna learn. And he will learn. Where Marcel's 27, been there for like how many seasons now, bro? And like, it's unfortunate he had the coach that he had, Rashford as well included, some of the other players included. It is what it is. I'm not going to get onto Anthony right now.
I want to believe in Anthony. Just the thing. Do you know what I love?
Of course.
And we're Man United fans. Even if I say McTominay or Anthony, I want to see more. I will come on here openly and say, I want them to prove me wrong. I want Anthony to shut me up. But I have to speak honestly. And right now, I'm just thinking, I'm not seeing enough difference, like enough variety in his game to be like, wow.
But then we could say the same for a lot of other players as well, man. Like, it's not his fault that he cost.
You're not a fan of our fan base, though. It's quite obvious what we do, yeah. Like, we observe greatly, and what we see when we see faults or we see areas for improvement, instead of taking them for areas of improvement and understanding the process of actually improving them and being open to saying, I see you can't do X, Y, Z. So because you can't do X, Y, Z, I need to see if you're going to improve that. What people will do is go, I can't see you do X, Y, Z, so that means you're shit. And because you're shit, you shouldn't be playing for this club. You can't be doing this. And then they literally build up and go, you can't do X, Y, Z, so I don't want you here. The same way with David De Gea. It's okay to say he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that, he doesn't do that. Right. That's okay to observe those things. If you were in a football coach and you were there to be an analyst, yeah, and you're there to be an emotional awareness coach, you have to observe and make these kind of judgments. But when you make these judgments, what you're doing with them, and a lot of Man United fans go, because he can't do this, he's shit, he's crap, he's rubbish. And then they literally expect every single game that they do it. But when they don't do it and they show that they're capable, they don't want to give the credit because they've already put all their eggs in one basket to say they can't do it. They've literally written their own soul on a piece of paper and said they can't do it. I'm easy. I'm okay for people to say Martial can't do this, Anthony can't do this, or Rashford needs to improve this, Anthony needs to improve this, De Gea needs to improve this. That's normal conversation. What you're doing with those improvements as a fan is going, I don't believe you can, so I'm just going to shit on you until you keep proving me right or wrong. And that's the difference. That's what we're doing here. If the context goes, man, yes, highlight the improvements, highlight what needs to happen, but at the same time, be open to say, I want to see you do X, Y, Z. So when I looked at Harry Maguire, and I never rated him from the longest, even when he was in form for England, there were certain specifics to his game I didn't rate him for. I didn't think he was competent under pressure. I didn't think he was good with the ball under pressure. And I don't think he was a good leader. And I also thought that on a positive, that he was able to read the game very well and know what he wanted to do, but he didn't have the physical capabilities to go and do it, which means then, obviously, there's a massive consequence where there are holes at the back of the defense. So I looked at those things and said, how many of those things can he actually improve given time? There's only probably about 3 of them. So now I look at this guy and go, I respect the hype, I respect what he does for England, but my own judgment observation, I don't think you're good enough. And I'm happy to put all my eggs in that because I can't see the improvements. But I'm open to being wrong. And there's so many players.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what a fan needs to be, though.
I want to be proved wrong. I agree with you, Nigel. Yeah, we want to be. Yeah.
That's what a fan needs to be done. Same with me with Rashford. You know? Big up to Sonic Quantum. He says, Saeed G, you still confident for Arsenal? Personally, the Palace result hurts, though I think people are overreactionary. I foresee such frustrating results to happen sometimes. I trust Eric Ten Hag. Absolutely. That's what it's about, though. You know what I mean? Sometimes you've got to have setbacks. This is a minor setback. I don't even think it's a setback because you haven't lost, but it's a minor setback. And I think for me, we will find out that the test of character, like we've seen all season. Ten Hag's team this season, after losses, have come back and gone on sustained runs. This is not even a loss; it's a draw, but it feels like a loss because that's the way do you think
that the way we feel and the way a lot of fans feel is just because if this was like, say we were 5th or 6th or 4th and we drew with Crystal Palace, you'd be like, okay, it's a draw away at Palace, and you go again. But because of the nature of going into the game, knowing that, okay, we could be 3 points behind Arsenal, people are starting to mention us in their title talk. We are over exceeding expectations. That's made the draw worse. It's not actually that the draw is a bad result. It's the context of where we are right now, where we would have been going into the Arsenal game 3 points off. I think that's the big thing. It's not the draw against Palace. It's where Manchester United could have been.
The occasion. It's the occasion. It's the kind of feeling that, you know what, we're going into a big game. Let's build that momentum. But it also shows you that you don't take your foot off the gas. You know what I mean? And these players did that for that 20 minutes. I don't know what they were thinking about the Arsenal game. I don't know what they were thinking about. Maybe they didn't just assess what was in their hand, what was in front of them, and they didn't concentrate. And the players, like I said, listen, whether it's through tiredness, whether it was, I don't know, Ten Hag just thinking, you know what, these are not that very great, and they don't have any goal scorers. We'll keep defending, and we'll just kind of sit off them. Maybe it's Ten Hag. It's also a reality check for Ten Hag to, like, you know what, you can't just sit back.
Complacent. You
can't be complacent in the Premier League because any given moment, bang, you're done. And I think he's learning. Listen, he's been here 6 months. So he's learning himself that, I can't do Wolves every single game. I can't do that every single game. Certain games I've got to go for the initiative. I've got to keep Weghorst staying there and keep him on for another 10 minutes. And then we build some pressure. So there's certain other things. But there's also things that are out of his control. He didn't have Martial available. And that's so unfortunate that he didn't have him on the bench even, man. That's what hurt me the most.
Just didn't want to risk him at all, innit? It's bait. You just didn't want to risk him at all. He's like,
I want Martial to shut me up proper because it doesn't benefit me. It benefits the organization.
We haven't lost the game, Faz, when he started this season.
And we beat Arsenal without Casemiro, without Martial. And out of all of you, I've stick my neck out fully. I said, we can still beat Arsenal. I really do believe in Marcus Rashford, man. I really do believe in Garnacho. I think we can beat them. Let's be like, in counter, Anthony, Marcus Rashford is lightning fast. lightning. Don't forget, Anthony had Tottenham made the ham sandwich out of Tottenham Hotspur. He was flooring players. Yeah, it was home, sure, but we know he has that in his locker. Garnacho, man, sending fullbacks left and right. We could still do it on the counter if we just hold it out. We have one of the best centre backs. We have 2 World Cup winners in our centre back. Come on, boys. We can do it.
Yeah,
We've got
exactly,
one of
man.
the best
I'm in the
shot
same boat,
stoppers in
fam.
the
I'm in the
world.
same boat.
We can still do it.
Yeah, you know what it is? We talk about complacency with United, but that doesn't mean it doesn't happen the same part with Arsenal, innit? The same that applies to us applies to them. They drew Newcastle and they didn't look that good at home. I get it, Emirates a bit of a fortress, innit? But same Arsenal went to Tottenham Hotspur where they ain't won in like 9-8 years or whatever and slapped them too. Things happen, things change, records get broken. They're made to get broken. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So you know
It's
what?
true.
I'm on the
Listen.
positivity
What-
train. I
you know-
Saeed, me and you are known to be the positive fans and not the negative ones like certain others, innit? It is what it is. I think all of us, Neji, positive. I think Ty,
No, I think everybody has a
positive.
bit of
Everyone here is
positivity,
positive, man. But you have to spin the negativity.
What
and
do
not
you
be
what do you
deluded.
want a fan base to do? Like Man United fan base saying, "Oh, you're delusional."
gonna
What?
lose.
Throw
You're gonna
the hat
lose.
in.
Exactly.
Throw the
bro.
hat in. You go in the ring and you fight, man. You until you're knocked out, you keep going. Even when you're knocked down, you get up. We just had a little like jab 1-2, nothing. We didn't even concede 2 goals. It was
Ain't
one world
easy.
goal, like AG
Ain't
said.
easy.
No, it's okay. We were still okay. Yeah, Ten Hag was stubborn, didn't take him on.
Mate, Mello,
Let's not
I would
forget,
beg you, loud,
Xhaka
man.
has a red card in him as well. Xhaka has a red card in him. Anything is possible, man. Let's be honest, it is possible. They could lose their head. We could get inside of their heads.
Nate, what are you going to say there?
I think Milo wants to say something.
Yeah, maybe Milo's like,
Melo's giving me vocals, man. Sorry, man. He's
Yeah,
trying to sing to me, bro. He's a vocal pussycat, man. That's why he's quite vocal.
You know one
man.
thing Dr. Nag said though? He said we're gonna come
Sorry.
to Arsenal with a plan. He said a
Don't
plan,
talk
Ty. He
I
said
like
we're gonna come
that.
here with a plan.
This
I like
is,
that.
I like that. You know when and you know what, you can compare this clearly to other managers. When we've had Ollie, we've had David Moyes. I'm not going to throw Van Gaal in there, but when we've had them type of managers away from Van Gaal, when we go to them big games, what is it we hear? Oh, we respect the other team. We know how good they are. We're going to do everything we can to stop them. The amount of press conferences I heard about going to the big 6 teams and talking about how we're going to stop them. No, Ten Hag's talking about how we're going to implement a plan. No, we beat them already without Casemiro, so we've got to go and do it again. These little things psychologically give these players that are coming in, like the McTominays and who else, confidence. It might not look like it's confidence in terms of obviously what they do on the pitch, but in terms of psychological, it's showing me that, okay, do you know what? I know I'm not a starter at Man United, but my manager believes in me. My manager believes in me. So when I go on that pitch, what am I then going to do? I will give 110%, not even 100%, because the manager's already putting confidence in me. So I like that, you know, he's saying that already. And also, do you know one thing as well? These managers, yeah, people don't realize, you know, like the two cool Peps and the Ten Hags, they're tactical managers. They like puzzles, Saeed. They don't like it easy. They like problem solving. If you see Ten Hag in interviews, if you ask him about basic questions, why didn't you win? He doesn't want to answer that. If you say, why did you tweak it here and play Eriksen and this? He likes tactical, and he would talk about tactics all day. So for him to have this puzzle now, this is right up his street. And if I have a manager like Ten Hag at my club when we've got no Casemiro, I don't think there's many other managers I'm picking to go into this Arsenal game over Ten Hag because of the way he thinks. That gives me belief.
Run that again, Ty.
Run that again, we said.
Big up to Robert Suleibi. He says, big up all you lot. Favorite show to listen to while at the gym always following Saeed TV.
Yeah.
Make sure you're following everyone, man. But I appreciate that, bro.
Wait, man, and come on, we're gonna win.
Yeah, man. Bench press that, man. Take it all out, man. That's what you
the
need.
other thing as well. It makes us more unpredictable.
Yeah.
Casemiro is not there. What is Ten Hag gonna cook? It's gonna make let's be honest, could Arteta end up overthinking this and overcalculating this?
Faz,
But did it get Newcastle?
Could they do what Saeed said 5 minutes ago? Could they get complacent thinking they're gonna win already?
I mean, I'd said that, but yeah.
And then remember what game was it? Boys, remind me, what game was it when he kept saying that Martial might or might not be fit, and then boom, he was in the game. I remember there was one
game and he played 45 minutes, pressed them.
Could happen. You know what it is as well? I remember they want to play with Zinchenko. They want to play inside and control the midfield, right? Which is going to happen. But then that gives Anthony a lot more space, and that's when you have to think about Anthony and a lot more space.
We have to watch the midfield, man.
And
I
last
don't know
time
what midfield we go with, man. I really don't.
45 minutes, spun him, and he had to run his worst game. The Zinchenko talk went straight down the drain, and then you see Kieran Tierney back in the fold. So if they play Kieran Tierney now, I'm like, Anthony's gonna have a tough game here, you know.
The The biggest thing, sorry, Kaz, finish, bro. It's a bit delayed for me.
Hey, yo, I'm Gucci. I'm about to go anyways.
Say no more. No, I was just going to say, I think the biggest focus on getting this result here has to be on the manager. These are the times when you have a manager, and again, and this is why man management is so important, being able to emotionally read your players, read the situation, read the game, and get them in a headspace where they can go and turn and go get a result and shut everybody up. That's one of the most difficult things to do. And Ten Hag right now, this is where, like, and I always say this, a manager will show you 15 games of the season, if you manage to last the long haul and get to a couple semi-finals or a final, at least 15 games of the season, you will see why your manager gets paid what he gets paid.
This is what I just said when you went off. I said, this is the type of puzzle which he likes.
Yes.
He wants problem solving.
Yes, 100, man. He wants to go out there and go, I know everyone's looking at this thinking it was a Casemiro show. That's how we're performing. No, it's about me. It's about what I do, what I'm putting on the pitch, and about every single player that's going to step foot on there. No player. When you step foot for Man United on that pitch now, everyone has to be Casemiro. Everyone has to be Martinez. Everyone has to be Rashford's form. Everybody. That's why these players are actually getting in themselves and going, I'm actually needing to step up.
True.
A lot of players are stepping up now. Players that we wanted to get rid of, and rightly so at the time, get rid of. So they're showing it's not a Casemiro show. And this is one of the most important things about not having player power at a club. Because you all feel important to a level. Yes, you all know some players are more talented. Yes, you know there's world stars and some not. But that's not the focus. The focus is I'm trusted when I step foot on the pitch. They believe in me when I step foot on the pitch. I have a job to do. Like McTominay started the season, I have to keep Casemiro off the bench.
Can I say something? I've got to shoot, but you know what,
love
guys?
Kaz, man.
I love this show every single week.
Yeah, big up.
Every single week I'm here, and you know what? Shut up, Pablo, in the chat, man. Dickhead, man. Don't
nice
comment. Anyways, no, I know Pablo, innit? I know I got waste man, innit? He knows who he is. But anyways, I love the chat. You know, we go through the highs and lows.
Man.
You know, front line, innit? We're front line as well. You know what I'm saying? As they say, all of us here.
We don't hide, man. We come on. We lose, we draw. We're here.
Yeah,
we're here, man.
Peace.
Absolutely. Listen,
I do want to say. Go on, Said.
Can I just read that Olu super chat? Olu,
man.
From the loss, he'll have a plan. And also, French Gouda says, look at this United chess. I will call it out on the sun.
Oh, we were here for City, man. I was there for City, bro. Same chest, same confidence. Come back, man. Come back.
Why is this pepperoni peps porridge in the chat? Where was you? Yeah? Your tail was in between your legs. You absolute scaredy cat. I called for you. I called for your neck. Your 5G Skynet was nowhere to be seen. You absolute dosser. You're in the chat. You're upset. Why are you so obsessed with me? Boy, you're pissed. We pissed on you. We didn't just beat you. I unzipped my pants and pissed. That's what we did. And your manager now does not even want to win the Premier League. Neji, how diabolical. Could you imagine a manager of a football club saying he doesn't care about the Premier League?
No, never in my lifetime. Not for Man United.
Never in my lifetime as well.
Even Oli cared, man. Even Oli cared.
We ran them ragged, and they're so obsessed that they want Arsenal to beat us now. That's what they wanted to do. Hold that Man City, a small club.
Go okay to answer the question on the bottom?
Actually, how about go to Planet Fast Twitter? I've just put a discount code for a Man City ticket, 30 quid, Man City versus Chelsea. Go and buy that and fill your seats.
See this question here. The Arsenal has the most consistent 11 in the league. Why the hell, I'm not going to swear, but obviously, why the hell would we overthink and get complacent at home? I'm dead over this bad talk. It's not the case of it's from a bad place. Me personally, I don't think it is. I think what you need to understand is a lot of people miss the emotion of a game. And when you're at the top, it's hard to maintain it. And when there's a level of pressure that is put on that, we all know the hype of this game because we've got two teams that are in form. There's obviously a massive rivalry that we can actually now reignite that we know it was about. When those type of pressures come in, form doesn't actually matter all the time. And this is what we're trying to say, like, you've got to win the emotional battle. And sometimes if you've got more to play for and it's a scrappy game, your form does go out the window. So I think some United fans respectfully are banking on that to happen to us. I don't think they will, because again, they have been bottle jobs prior, not to be fully disrespectful, but just use the term as it is. There have been bottle jobs, and they've shown in certain times, they've celebrated too early at times at Villa and stuff like that, when it's like, is that really necessary at this time? They should really remain their focus. And then they've obviously gone on mad runs and then all of a sudden dropped. It's because of that same mentality. Too hype, don't know how to emotionally handle the situation, then a bit of pressure comes in that game where it's not going your way, and you haven't got the characters to pull yourself through it. And I don't think this Arsenal team is there now. I think they've kind of coming out of that area, but they still need to prove that. And really and truly, they haven't played anyone that could put any pressure on them. They've got a good run of fixtures coming up. If they struggle to get points against United, right? Yep. It's generally going to look like for the other teams to go, oh, there's that doubt again. Can them players hold that? And form goes out the window for these games.
And so, you know what, as well, you look at it in IG, and I'm not saying that obviously Arsenal are not entitled to bad results. Of course, they've had 2 draws and 1 defeat. But you look, 2 weeks ago, they had Newcastle at home. And look at the way they were acting. They didn't get the penalty in the 90th minute, but look at the way the touchline was. The players all getting off the subs bench. And, you know, the emotion, that is emotion, exactly what you're talking about. They draw 0-0 at home to Newcastle. And it was not like, oh my God, they've lost the game. But you saw little cracks in, like, you know, they didn't find the breakthrough. They were missing a few chances. And emotionally, they were getting dragged into the game because they knew how much it meant. Now, I'm not going to slate Newcastle, but I personally think we're better than Newcastle, despite their brilliant season. I think we're better than Newcastle. So if we can go there and sort of replicate what they've done, there's no reason why we can't go there and get a result. Newcastle don't have a Casemiro. We don't have a Casemiro now, but they still got a result there, 0-0 draw. So why can't we still breathe a bit of confidence? And I'm just
playing the way they were playing as well.
Because we respect Arsenal. We get how good they are. We know that they could turn up and in 20 minutes blitz us 2-0 and we're like, oh, we've had one of them days. However, if we get through the first 20 minutes, why can't we do that? You know what I mean? One thing I do want to shout outside, I don't know if you're going to, I want to make sure we do speak on a positive, because I feel like obviously we've been a bit down, but Aaron Wan-Bissaka for me, phenomenal in the last few weeks.
Facts.
Bro,
Facts.
I think this guy, do you know what? It's not even just Wan-Bissaka's come on and he's been good. The guy's been through it. He's had fans that have doubted him, including quite a lot of us. We could say, you know, he's not cutting out great and stuff like that. We want him gone, but he's come in. He's had injuries all season. He's not even been able to adapt to Ten Hag's system. He didn't really get a good run in pre-season. Like, if anything, system managers like Pep, look how long it takes players like Cancelo, 1.5 years to adjust to the system. Calvin Phillips, probably a whole season before he actually gets a proper look in. When you're in this new system, you need to sort of adapt to it quite quick or be in there from the jump like Dallo. And that's why we've seen them played well. Wan-Bissaka's not really had that. And he's coming after this World Cup break. And I'll be honest with you, Wan-Bissaka for me is the one that starts if they're both fit on Sunday. He's actually proven himself defensively.
Bro, I've been saying that, but people don't want to hear it. I've been saying it.
Yeah, man. Like, I just think, you know what, we're quick to, you know, shoot people down when they're not playing well and also get on the hype when they're scoring goals. But when it's defender, you always just look at their mistakes. But Wan-Bissaka, man, yeah, you guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised at the same time and happy for him, and I think it's sick.
Absolutely. I'm just gonna read this last super chat before we wrap up. Big up to Josh Nelson, says Arsenal fans need to realize that football is a humbler. Yes, shout out to Grizz in the building. Big up to Sports Capital, man. I appreciate the super chats and the donations, man. He says Arsenal have the youngest team in the league, hungry to get a revenge from last season, missing the top 4. Look at them at the Tottenham game. Why would Xhaka get a red at home and you lot versus you lot, but not our rivals? Lol. Okay, so but he has that tendencies. That's what Faz was saying. He just has them tendencies in big game situations. Tottenham last season in scenarios where he needs to keep his composure. And, you know, he is a new man. He does look like a guy who's revolutionizing under Arteta, and he's starting to be a leader now. But listen, man, if there's any players that could get under his skin, it's Martinez, it's, you know what I mean, Bruno Fernandes. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But listen, we're going to wrap it up here. Big up to everybody who's locked in. It's still 800 of you in the chat, guys. I don't know. We should be on at least 400 likes. If we're not on 400 likes here for the debate we had today, Faz and Ty, everyone getting stuck in. And I don't know how many likes we should be on, but people, I appreciate you coming on. Big up to Tyrone. Love for coming on, bro. Always, man.
Big up, man. You know what? Love every time, Said. Nige, Faz, you know what time it is, man. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. And just, guys, make sure you do smash that like for Saeed, man, because it does spread us out to different people that might not see the show. Obviously, Faz has got his own channel, and I'm on Never a Foul as well. And obviously, big up Nige. He does his bits everywhere, man. So thank you every time, man.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Obviously, big up to Nige. Thanks for coming on, bro. Always a pleasure, man.
King, listen, I always say, man, I vibe with good people only, man. So, you know what I mean? Even if that people, man, you see Saeed's journey, you know where he's at. Like the video, man. Like, I'm not begging you for £5. I'm not even asking for 0.1 penny, 0.1 local shilling. I'm not literally like the video for the simple fact that you've got good people. When you want to see good people win,
good debate.
Go and do it, man. Just go do it, man. Click like right now. You have no reason not to like. You don't. You're here right now. You listen to my Ross Clark, dotty, stinking voice. Do you know what I mean? My boring balanced opinions. You listen there, you literally, you're bored listening to me. So like the video for Saeed, and then you can dip. Go do your thing, man. But listen, big love to everyone. If you need me for anything, at Sunshine47, SONSHINE 47. That's Instagram, Twitter, the lot, man. That's me, bro.
Absolutely, man. Big up to Planet Vaz as well. Love for coming on, bro. Always a pleasure, man.
Thank you very much. Nearly at 10K. Big up to the community. We're growing. But all I'm going to say, Sunday, after the booting, your hand's still trembling. You get me? We come for the booting. I'm one of the only Man United.
Oh, louder hood, bro. Oh, Jesus. Fine.
We're going to the Emirates. Clanging and banging time. See you guys at the Emirates, man.
There you go, people. There you go, man. Guys, big up to everybody who's locked in. I think Never a Foul are live as well, so go follow them. Go check them out, people. And yeah, man, like I said, I'll be back later on for the watch-along. Tottenham versus Man City. I want to see you at 7:30, people. Let's see, man. Let's see what happens over there. I don't know. Maybe a draw's a good result over there. I don't know. I don't even know what results.
Yeah,
let's see. Let's see what a good game is, man. Let's see what Tottenham are on, man. But listen, people, we're out.
Man. Big up, bro.